Hey everyone, this is Paul Kim with the Fast Results Group, and we are back today exploring Northern Virginia. And today I'm actually going to share with you some of my probably top 4 neighborhoods here in Arlington, Virginia, which is ranked by niche.com as actually the number 2 city in the entire country to live in. Not just Northern Virginia, in the entire country. And so tag along with me as I drive through and point out some cool places here in Arlington, Virginia. Maybe one of these neighborhoods is the place where you want to end up in Arlington if you decide to move out this way. So follow along. Hope you enjoy. All right, so let me start you off today at our first neighborhood. It's called Westover Village in Arlington, Virginia. The motto of this neighborhood actually is, "We take time to care." And much like the motto, you'll notice that the people are generally friendly. It's a nice tight-knit community because they take time to care for each other.
In terms of actual location, it's more on the west side of Arlington. So the East Falls Church Metro Station is just a mile away, but it's also easy to get around by car because of its proximity to Route 66. DC is within 10 miles, and so if you're looking for a nice place, then you have DC within 10 miles, and to the west you have Tyson's Corner. So wherever it is that you're trying to go, Westover is a good central hub. In Westover Village, the average home values are just under 1.1 million. Most of this area is full of homes that were built in the 1930s to 1950s, but many of them have been expanded in a number of different ways, and you'll see that. You'll see that brick colonial original home, and you'll see some of these additions that are attached to the home that look a little bit different. Single-family homes range in price from the mid $800,000 or so. It can go over $2 million for these new construction homes that you see pop up every once in a while. If you're looking for a more affordable deal within the Westover Village neighborhood, if you go on the south side of Westover that's closest to Route 66, you'll probably be able to find a better deal on a home because of its proximity to the highway. It's probably going to be a little bit louder because you are close to the highway. But again, if you're looking for a deal, those homes will probably be a little bit cheaper. And if single family homes really aren't your thing, you can still find garden style apartment complexes, a few duplexes every now and then, as well as some townhouses. And while you won't see too many of them, the median townhouse sale price is still over $1 million. Arlington Public Schools in general that serve these neighborhoods earns the number 2 spot in Niche's best school districts in Virginia list. Most of the students in Westover attend Cardinal Elementary, Swanson Middle, and Yorktown High. In addition to public schools, there's also a preschool at the local church, so families with a lot of kids really enjoy Westover Village. If you want to go outside and play, you can go to Westover Park. There's a playground, picnic area, basketball and volleyball courts, and at Bon Air Park, which is on the southern end of Westover Park, offers an additional 24 acres, a second playground, and a rose garden with over 100 varieties of flowers. You can get on the Custis Trail from either park, which is 4.5 miles of walking and biking path. One of the cool things about Westover Village is its Westover Shopping Center, which is walkable from a lot of the places that you live within the Westover Village neighborhood. One of my favorite places to go there is the Italian store.
We're out here seated outside the Italian store in Westover. It's basically kind of an Italian grocery store, and it has all these Italian ingredients and food and stuff in there. But in the back, they have a section where they have pizza, and it's probably some of the best pizza ever. And you wouldn't think it's here because it's not really a pizza restaurant, but it's delicious. So make sure you check it out. Italian store, Westover Village. All right, next up we have Lyon Village. It is different from Lyon Park, and if you ask me why Lyon Village today instead of Lyon Park, well, the answer is because I don't want to give you everything in one video. So today we're going to cover Lyon Village. Originally, Lyon Village was built in the 1920s and the 1930s. A lot of those homes are actually still originally standing. If you look around the homes that we see here, the fun part though is that because not everyone likes older homes, they as in builders and construction teams are starting to tear down some of these old homes and build new ones. So if you look around the neighborhood, you're going to see a bunch of older homes, all very classic looking, mostly colonials. And then you're going to have some of these bigger new construction homes as well. Obviously the price difference is going to be pretty vast, and we'll get into that in a little bit. Let's take a look around this neighborhood.
In Lyon Village, the average home value is going to be $1.75 million. So Frank Lyon was actually the guy who developed Lyon Village. But before he developed Lyon Village, he developed Lyon Park in 1919. Lyon Village came in 1923. The south side of Lyon Village, you're going to have a lot more hip eateries, craft cocktail lounges, and swanky bars along the Wilson-Clarendon corridor, which is basically the border of Clarendon, so it's going to be a little bit less suburban in that area. But more on the north side, it's going to be relatively quiet residential streets, and those neighborhoods are going to provide more of the small town feel where neighbors say hi and you have a strong sense of community. Like Westover Village, you have a metro station nearby, the Clarendon Metro, and you're also close to Route 66. Lyon Village is where a lot of young people and family are coming to buy their first houses because it's one of those places where you can have a nice mix of the quote-unquote old world charm, but you also have access to a lot of modern conveniences as well. In terms of housing, you're going to find a mix of traditional colonials, Cape Cods, and craftsman bungalows. A lot of them will have upscale renovations as well as additions that could cost you $1.4 million or more, but you'll also see that a lot of these homes that have not been updated are going to be torn down and replaced with new construction. Probably close to half of the homes in Lyon Village were built in just the last couple of decades. Newer homes will range anywhere from about 3,000 to 6,000 square feet. They'll have 5 or 6 bedrooms and oftentimes will cost anywhere between $2 to $4 million. School districts in this area will be Taylor Elementary, which has an innovative STEM curriculum, Swanton Middle School, and then Washington Liberty High School. If you're a dog person, there's a dog park at John Hunter Park. If you're a biker, there's tons of bike trails and bike share stations throughout Lyon Village. And it's pretty common for you to actually see people walk into grocery stores like Trader Joe's and Whole Foods to get whatever you need. You can get some retail therapy because there's tons of trendy boutiques that line Wilson Boulevard also. There's Moomoo's Cafe for coffee, smoothies, and fresh food. And finally, there's lots of pubs, bistros, bars, restaurants all throughout this area.
All right, so now we are actually leaving, well, getting ready to leave Lyon Village. Just across these couple streets, Wilson Boulevard and Clarendon Boulevard, we're going to be heading into Clarendon, which is a completely different feel than the suburbia that we just left. And since we're here, might as well talk about it.
In the Clarendon Courthouse area, the average value for homes is $685,000. Now, the reason why this is a little bit less than the other two neighborhoods is because a lot of these are going to be smaller condos. Clarendon and Courthouse, they're actually two separate, distinct neighborhoods, but somehow over time, because their proximity to each other, as well as their shared civic association, people kind of just consider them one entity, even though technically they're not. Now, Clarendon is going to be where you find most of the action for the restaurants, the bars, the nightlife scenes in Arlington. If you want something to do after 9 p.m., it's definitely going to be in Clarendon. Courthouse is actually going to be quieter during the night and busier during the day because the county courthouse as well as the government is actually stationed in that neighborhood. It still has restaurants, it still has the walkability, it's just different from the nightlife of Clarendon. Throughout Clarendon and Courthouse, the housing is primarily made up of townhouses and condos. Clarendon is a little bit more expensive. In Clarendon, you can expect 1-bedroom condos to be about $500,000, while a modern 2-bedroom, 2-bath in a building with full amenities, you could probably get in there for about $700,000. Townhouses in the middle of Clarendon will range from $1.3 million to about $1.6 million. And Courthouse is going to be a little bit less than that, with 1-bedroom condos around $450,000. 2 bedrooms around $625,000, and townhouses in the $1.2 million range. One of the most important places to note in Clarendon is Market Common, which is its major retail district. You're gonna find brands like Pottery Barn, The Container Store, Ann Taylor, Apple, Williams, Sonoma, and a bunch of other stuff. You can get groceries at Trader Joe's and Whole Foods, and no matter what part of the neighborhood you actually live in, your kids, if you have them, will attend Arlington Public Schools, which niche.com gives an overall grade of A+. The youngest students might go to Arlington Science Focus Elementary School, which is a magnet school specializing in science and process, then move on to Dorothy Ham Middle School, which actually opened for the first time in 2019, which feeds into Yorktown High School. If you're into hanging out outside, Rocky Run Park has 2 acres of space to roam, run around. It has a playground, a basketball court, as well as outdoor fitness equipment. You also have Clarendon Central Park, which has a farmer's market, and also concerts in their 1-acre park. And again, for those dog lovers, there's a dog park located within James Hunter Park, just north of Wilson Boulevard. You have 2 metro stations that service the Clarendon Courthouse neighborhood, and you have 66 nearby as well.
All right, so during our tour of Arlington, Virginia, we got a little bit hungry, so we're gonna drop by Northside Social here in Arlington. It's kind of a staple here. People love to come here, do some work. It's like a cafe. They call it a social house. At nighttime, they'll have a bar upstairs, I believe. Yeah, people just come, hang out. The food's good, the coffee's good. There's actually one in Falls Church as well, but I do believe the Arlington one is the original. So let's go inside for a quick break, and then we'll wrap up with our last favorite neighborhood out of a million different neighborhoods here in Arlington, Virginia. And now we are entering the final neighborhood of the day, Country Club Hills in Arlington, Virginia.
The average home price in Country Club Hills is about $1.35 million. The community of Country Club Hills is located in the North Arlington side, which is further away from most of the other areas that we've been talking about. And it's probably the most suburban of the 4 neighborhoods we're sharing about today. Lots of trees, very green, bigger lot sizes. And most people will say that even though there were urban influences in the area, the community itself actually maintained a lot of its rural roots. In terms of housing, you're mostly going to find colonials, Victorians, and frame houses, but you'll also find smaller bungalows as well as ramblers. The streets in general are very wide and well shaded, and it includes the neighborhoods of Donaldson Run as well as Old Dominion. As you can tell, there are a lot of newer homes in this area, and they can range up to $5 million. If you're looking for more action outside, Donaldson Run Park is perfectly suited for explorers of all ages to go outside and play. And because the further north you go into Arlington, it's more suburban. Generally speaking, transportation by car is going to be more convenient than anything else. You can still take a bike to get into the metro in Arlington Central Corridor, but again, car might be more convenient for you.
So there it is. Those are just some of the neighborhoods here in Arlington, Northern Virginia. I mean, there are a lot of different types of neighborhoods, lots of different neighborhoods, little nooks and crannies of Arlington that we didn't even begin to explore today, but I didn't want to make the video take 2-3 hours. But as you can tell already, the city of Arlington is just very diverse. There are many different types of homes, there's many different kinds of people, and depending on what you like and what sort of lifestyle you live, you'll definitely be able to find a place within Arlington itself that probably suits what you're looking for. The price points will vary, the things that you're around will vary, the activities will vary, but hopefully, as you can see, Arlington is going to be a nice, beautiful place to live. If you have any questions regarding Arlington in general, maybe even the specific neighborhoods that we talked about and explored today, or any other neighborhoods that we didn't talk about that you might be interested in, you have questions about, feel free to reach out to me, send me a text, a call, or email, and I would love to connect with you and help you out in whatever way I can. Yeah, as we wrap up today, remember this channel really is about just living here in Northern Virginia in general. So if that sounds like something that you're interested in or that you would find helpful, be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel so that you can stay up to date with whatever is going on here in Northern Virginia, including Arlington. That's it for now. Thanks for tuning in. Until next time.